Hey everybody, today we're going to be taking the Ninja 250 on the freeways and on some little twisty roads, and we're going to show you how to ride a motorcycle for the very first time in your life. You know, I haven't crashed yet, and I think a lot of that has to do with some of the techniques that I use. And so let's get started. We're going to be talking to you about going on the freeway. We'll show you that. We're going to talk to you about how to brake, how to shift, most importantly how to counter steer also. You need to know that. So let's go through a few things on the bike. On Japanese bikes, it's a Kawasaki. The right side is traditionally braking. This is the front brake. You pull that in, it brakes. This is the rear brake. You put your foot here and your toes push down on it here, and that applies the rear brake. Now let's go to the left side of the bike, and I'm referring to left side as if you were sitting on it yourself, okay? So notice the left side is mostly shifting. This is the shift lever here. We're going to talk a little bit about that. This is the clutch lever. You pull this in and then you shift into the gear you want. So let's spend a little bit of time on this, shall we? Excuse me, it's very hot in California, so I'm going to open my visor just a bit here. So this is the shift lever. You put your foot underneath it here to shift up, and then you move your toe and foot on top of the lever to shift downward. Now this is 6 gears. So the best analogy I can tell you is like a door hinge. Like, you see this, how this goes like this? This is sort of how you're shifting. You're shifting up, and it's the shift lever isn't moving up each time you shift up, but it's sort of like a hinge like that, you see? Sort of like that. So if you want to go to first, you kick down one. When you first start the motorcycle, it's going to be in neutral. You kick down one and you're in first. Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky. This is first, but this is neutral. If you were to kick up, that's neutral. Just a slight kick is neutral. The next gear is what? Second. So it's first, neutral, second. If you can get that, the rest is easy. Now as you go up the gears, it's first, neutral, second, third, fourth, and then you even have fifth, where my pinky's at, and sixth. So it has 6 gears. So as you're shifting downward, you'd be in 6. You would click down, and you'd go to 5, and you click down, and you go to 4, 3, 2, neutral, first. You see how that is? So let's get started. I don't think we need our improvised laser pointer anymore. That little wooden stick. Now, let's talk to you a little bit about this. We have the GPS here. We have our phone here. You can get one of these little stands here to put your phone on so you can have a GPS at all times. But this is the kill switch. Get in the habit of hitting this off and on in case you need to stop, emergency stop. This is the starter button right here. This starts it. This is the throttle. We're going to show you that. This is the turn signal. You slide this to the left, that signal's left. Slide it to the right, that signal's right. Notice it says off. There's an arrow forward. You push forward like that, and it's off. This is the horn, and of course, you remember this. This is the clutch lever. This is nothing but a handlebar. This is not a throttle or anything. It doesn't do anything. Let's start. So notice, we started. Now watch this. This is the speedometer. Let's reset the odometer down below here. Fuel gauge. We're a little more than halfway full, I should say, on the gas. And then this is the tachometer. Watch as we rev it. See how it's going up like that. Ooh, it is hot in California. It's got to be like 100 today. So we are going to get ready. Can't wait to get some good air coming into this helmet, some nice cool air. So when you're going to shift, remember this is shifting. Always make sure you got that kickstand up. You're going to clutch in, we're going to kick down. So watch that lever. See it right here? Where my foot's at, my toe. See the neutral light? Watch what happens. I kick down. 3, 2, 1. See how we're now in first. However, clutch lever still in. So what we're going to do is slowly let it out and see how the bike starts to move. As soon as it starts to move, you're going to give it a little bit of throttle like this. Watch. just about that much throttle. Watch. Keep letting the clutch lever out, and now we're going in first. That's going to take you a couple of tries, okay? So let's try one more time. And then we'll get on the freeway. Lots of sand and stuff here. Now, check it out. We're in first. We're coming to a stop. What do? You pull the clutch lever in while you're braking. Get your feet ready to go down. Notice the clutch lever is in. We're still in first. See, the neutral light's not on. We kick up. Now you can release. We're neutral, and that's how you do it. Very important that you get your first gear down. That's the one that people have the most problems with. So now let's get to some more advanced stuff. Freeway riding. Clutch lever in, kick down, neutral lights out. Soon as you feel it catching, see how it's catching, watch the ground. See how it's moving? Soon as you feel it's catching, give it a little bit of throttle. We keep rolling smoothly onto the throttle. We've released the clutch lever. Now we're going. So now we're going to show you how to stop. This is very important. Clutch lever in. You're braking at the same time. I have the front brake and the rear brake on. You come to a stop. You stay in gear because you're going to be going again soon, see? Make sure you keep your hand on the clutch lever. So, let's see. We're going to get on the freeway on-ramp right here, I should say. And notice I'm just holding it. You can hold the front brake if you're on an incline. And we're taking you from just learning how to shift now onto the freeway. So clutch lever out slowly. I want to go to the left here, so I'm going to go like this. Notice clutch lever in, I'm braking, I'm in the middle of this traffic thing here. Slowly let the clutch lever out. Let's go back here. Now watch, clutch lever in, kick up to second, release. Getting on the freeway, clutch lever in, kick up to third, release. Now, on the freeway, speed is life. Clutch lever in, kick up to fourth, release. Now you can do it faster than that. We're going to do a little faster. Now watch the tax at $8 grand. Clutch lever in, kick up. See that? Got to take you to some little turns and twisties. Clutch lever in, kick up when we're in 6. Notice it says we're going like 70. When you're new, just ride here, so you only got to worry about one lane, and if you get in trouble or something, you can get off right here. So when you're new, just kind of stay in this lane, okay, till you get used to it. Now I'll tell you something a lot of motorcycle guys won't tell you. It is pretty scary riding on the freeway the first time you do it. You see all these cars around you and everything, but you'll get used to it. Now let's get on it a bit. I'm going to show you. Traffic up here, so I can't go. Now we're going to show you how to come to a stop. And you don't do it, you're not going to do it the amateur way, where you pull the clutch lever in and you come to a stop. Then once you're at a stop, you shift down to first. No, no, no. That's amateuristic. You're going to downshift as you're approaching a stop. So what you're going to do is you're driving along, you're going to click down to 5th as you're going slower, and you're going to slow down, then you're going to downshift to 4th, downshift to 3rd. You're going to time it to where you're now in 2nd gear, 1st gear when you come to the stop, okay? That's what you're going to do. Now, why do we do it that way? Well, hold on, let's get around this. The reason why we do it that way is because sometimes you'll be coming to a stop and you'll just pull the clutch lever in and you won't know what gear you're in. And then when the light turns green and you have to go and you release the clutch lever, you're going to stall and you can get ran over. So you always want to make sure you're matching the speed that your bike is going. You're matching the RPMs. Like right now, obviously I wouldn't be in second gear on a Ninja 250. You'd be in sixth gear or fifth gear, but you definitely wouldn't be in second. So watch how I come to a stop. We're going to get off now and we're going to show you counter steering. What am I going to do when I come to a stop? Watch how I'm constantly shifting downward. Fifth gear, fourth gear, as I'm slightly putting the brakes on. Third gear, second gear, and then I come to a stop. So let's get in front of this truck and let's come to a stop, get off the off-ramp, and I'll show you what we're talking about. Now when you're new, remember guys, just stay in this lane. When you're a new rider, just stay here. The GPS says there's a stalled vehicle up here to look out for. They might have moved it already. I don't see any stalled vehicle. Alright, here we go. Now if the light's red, I'll stop, but now watch, sixth gear, slowly letting the throttle out. Still in sixth gear. Still in sixth gear. This bike handles really well. Still in sixth gear. I'm not braking yet. Now watch. Clutch in, fifth gear. Slowly start to brake a little. Don't be braking around the corners as much. Clutch in, downshifting, clutch in, downshifting. I'm slightly braking. See how I'm doing that? I'm downshifting the whole time. Now I'm in neutral. That's what you want to do. You want to adjust the speed of the bike, your motorcycle, with the RPMs that you're going. You don't want to just get to the light and then stop and then downshift. You don't want to do that. See that cross right there in front of us? Otherwise you'll be another statistic with people coming up behind you wanting you to go and you can't find the gear because you're still in fifth. Okay, second gear, what? Third gear. So check it out. It's clutch in, kick up, release. First gear is the most difficult. If you can get past first gear, I should say, fourth gear, fifth, sixth, all that's easy. So I want to see if I can get another light, a red light. If not, we're going to go right into counter steering. We have some high-speed corners up here I think you'll really enjoy. So I am going to pull over here and stop if this light turns green. Okay, now watch. I'm going fast. Sixth gear. Light's probably going to change before I do it. Watch. Fifth gear, slowly braking. Now, see how I'm doing it? I hope the light changed. Look, fourth gear, braking. Third gear, braking. And now I'm in neutral, but see, I'm stopped. So, what I'm trying to show you is a light that stops us, but then all of a sudden we have to keep going because it turns green. That's what I'm trying to show you, and I'm not going to be able to show you right here. So what I'm going to do is see if this motorcycle dude waves to us here. Gave us the thumbs up. So what I'm going to do is see if there's a little street I can go down here to show you. Okay, right here on the left. So I'm signaling. I'm going to go left here. Now watch. Clutch in, slowly brake. I can't go left there, it's like a dirt driveway. Clutch in, slowly brake. Clutch in, slowly brake. Clutch in, and now we're stopped. See how you do it? And I don't want to be here. I can't go down that route. Okay, so we're going to cross the street, but this is what you want to get in the habit of doing, okay? Oh, wait a minute, we can do it right here. Let's do it here, watch. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. So watch, I'm in third gear. Let me get up to fourth, get up to fifth. Okay, now we're in fifth. So watch. As I'm stopping, don't do this. First, let me show you the wrong way. Here's what people do. I'm not going to downshift, but they'll pull the clutch lever in like I did, and then they just stop. Okay, they don't downshift, they just come to a stop, and then once they're at the stop, they're still in 5th gear, and then they got to, you know, downshift like a madman, you know, to find 1st gear. Now, as you get more advanced, if you want to mess around with doing it that way, go ahead, but when you're new, it's going to mess you up. Trust me, you're going to get messed up. And then someone's going to come up behind you and want to go, and you're fumbling around, no offense, but you're fumbling around, can't find the gear. I'm just telling you this so you don't get crashed into. So here's how you do it. Watch, downshift. Notice I'm coming to a stop. Downshift again. As you're matching the RPMs here. Let's go this way here. Have my left foot down because this dude here. So do one more time, okay, and then we'll take you on some fun twisties. So let's get up there real quick. Get up to 6. Okay, so we're in 6. This is how you come to a stop. As you're stopping, and actually we'll just do it all the way to the stop sign here. So check it out, we're in 6. You see the cars going, so you start coasting. You're still going, no brakes are going on, right? And then you go to 5th. Maybe you can give it a little bit of throttle. You see how you do it? This is the professional smooth way of doing it. 4th gear. Notice I'm downshifting, I'm still moving. I can approach it and just jam the brakes on it at the end, but I don't want to do it that way. And I'm downshift, I'm in neutral, see? That's how you want to do it. Always be downshifting as you're approaching a stop. And you'll get good at knowing when to downshift. Now, this bike, you don't have to downshift. Like, I could be going 30 in 6th gear. So it's not a real big rush to downshift. This is why a Ninja 250 or Ninja 300 are great starter bikes. They're very forgiving. Alright, so our speed limit's picking up here, so here we go. Now we're going to show you something very important. You must learn this. Counter steering. We're going to have a corner going to the right. So when we're going to the right, what I'm going to do with this handlebar is I'm going to apply pressure towards my body. With this handlebar, I'm going to apply pressure out that way when we're cutting to the right. And that's counter steering. So watch. I'm going to pick up some speed so I can show you. I'll try to have my head like this. Going to the right, I'm going to apply pressure this way and apply this pressure outward. Watch the white line on the right. That's counter steering. It's almost like counter leaning. You're going to apply pressure. Same thing. This is going to go outward. This is going to go inward. And this is a real sharp corner here. So you're really using counter steering here. See that sign? Yes, buddy. So here, same thing, look. Pulling towards me with the left handlebar here. This one here, it's going to be opposite. This one is coming towards me. My right arm, right here, pulling towards me. You got to learn this, guys, because if you don't learn the counter steering, when you're going around the corner, you're going to, oh, I can't make the corner, and you're going to go into the ditch. You ever see those YouTube videos where the guy's going and he's not even leaning the bike, and he just goes off into the ditch? Why? He doesn't know how to counter steer. And the best way to learn it is just going straight. So watch, you make sure no one's behind you and stuff. And watch how we're going straight. I'm going to pull this handlebar towards me. Watch how it goes to the left. Watch, ready? Here goes. See how it does that? I'm going to pull this one towards me, and it's going to push it to the right. And you can go back and forth like this. Try it. Just try messing with it like that. Watch. This one pulls towards me, and you slightly push out to the left. Look what it does. just a slight pressure. Now certain bikes are more challenging than others. I have a 600, I'm borrowing this bike, but I have a 600. That bike takes a lot of counter steering. Now here we go, you're going to come to a stop the proper way. You're in 6th gear, right? Just coasting. I'm using the motor to stop it. 5th gear. Start to brake at the same time. It's real easy. You just hold the brake, you don't have to do anything. 4th gear. The heck? 3rd gear. And now we're neutral. See if I can show you. No one's behind me. Hold on. So notice we're neutral. Okay, you ready? Let's do some more counter steering. That's how you stop. We're going to show you how to stop again. Remember, you're downshifting as you stop. Let's get on it. I know what you guys like. You like the fast speeds. Now, we got a corner going to the right, so what are we going to do? We're going to do it the opposite way. This handlebar is pulling forward, this one's pushing outward, and it's going to lean it to the right. This one's pulling forward like this, see? I'm trying to see if I can show you. 6th gear. So get the counter steering and the shifting. If you get that counter steering and the shifting, and remember when you're on the freeway, ride on the slower lane until you're kind of used to it. Alright, so we got a stop sign. Remember, we're going to downshift as we approach. 5th gear. Braking is now being applied at the same time. See that I'm in 5th gear, 4th gear, 3rd gear. Won't put my foot down this time. 2nd, neutral, went right to 1st, foot's not down, and now we just go. 2nd, now let's do the upshifting, watch. 3rd, we're kicking upward. 4th, and now let's get on it. 5th. Okay, we're going to pull back towards us here. Just a little pressure. Now this one's a sharper corner. I'm familiar with this one. We're going to pull back towards us with the right handlebar here. Watch this one. That was a pretty sharp one. They got some sharp ones coming up. This bike will take the corners very easily. It's a great starter bike. I'm just worried about, there's a lot of driveways where people pull out. Okay, so we got a corner going to the right. What are we going to do? We're going to pull this one towards us and apply pressure outward there. Stop sign, so watch. 6th gear, start to brake, 5th gear. This is how you do it, see, you time it. Still braking, 4th gear, you just squeeze the brake. See those oranges on the tree? This is a good analogy of what we're talking about here. You squeeze the, let's see if I can get something. Man, this road's like bumpy. So you see these oranges here, or whatever they are, grapefruit. You're going to squeeze the brake as you're coming to, you go like this, just like if you're squeezing an orange, okay? You're not going to jam the brake on, because then you can crash. You're going to squeeze the brake and you'll feel the bike, the brakes engaging on the bike, and you'll feel it starting to stop. Okay, let's go to 1st. Thanks, brother. 2nd, clutch in, kick up to 3rd, release. Now, you do release the throttle, watch, clutch in, release, you release the throttle in between shifts. Everyone always asks that. See how you release it? You can keep your hand on it, I'm just showing you. Sharp corner to the right here. Shifting upward. So you clutch in, kick up, and you release the throttle as you're shifting. Same thing as you're downshifting, you don't need to give it throttle because you want to slow down anyways. Alright, see, we got some more corners coming up. You'll get it. We're gonna be turning around and see if we can go with no traffic in front of us. Notice this way coming back the other way is there's no traffic, so we can get on a little bit on the way back. Okay, a bunch of smoke up here. I think there's some off-road guys driving around. See it? We're gonna go right through that smoke. Now, got a corner coming up to the right, but it's over railroad tracks, so we don't mess around with railroad tracks. We're just going to go real slow here. Notice, downshifting to fifth, I'm not braking. Just kind of moping along at fifth. You could stand up on the pegs a little bit right here, because there's some bumps there. Alright. Get on it a bit. Got a good sharp corner here. No, why would he stop? Oh, he's stopping on the corner I wanted to show you. Woo, that was fun. I don't know why he's stopping. You're not going to tip over. Beautiful day in California. Much more beautiful as you're going, getting some air into the visor. Well, we're about to turn around. I don't know how much battery time I have here. 25 mile per hour corner, so I'll downshift to fifth. Not braking though. $15 mile per hour corner here, so we're still in fifth, right? You can't see it, but see ahead right here, look. So we don't really need to brake, you know. Just you go on the outside, inside. Of course, we're going real slow, but I'm doing it just to show you. Finally, we get to turn around and we'll do this at what we just did at a little faster clip. Still in fifth. If where you live is like this is a good motorcycle for this type of riding. Alrighty, let's turn around. Thank goodness. Let's okay, watch. Fifth gear, downshifting to fourth, starting to brake, downshifting to third. Notice I'm still braking. Downshift to second, tap down neutral. See, the little neutral light is lit up. Sorry, my allergies are just really getting to me. Okay, so we're going to turn around here. Here we go. Everyone has these smart cars. I just saw one over there, and here's another one. Okay, so you guys get the idea on the shifting, right? We want to be, man, this is beautiful over here. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked. This guy's tires all ripped. So you want to be matching the gear that you're in. So check it out. Here we go. We're going to come to complete stop. We're going to go back down that street we were going a little faster clip. Clutch in, kick down, we're in first. Now remember, the bike starts engaging, it's called the friction zone. You give it some throttle while you're slowly releasing it. I have both my feet down, now they're up. Now I gotta tell you about a danger that I really want you guys to know about, because this is gonna happen to you if no one tells you about it. You are, might forget about it. But see how, this isn't the danger, but see how I'm in neutral? If you're in second, you can slightly tap down from second and you'll go into neutral. As you're approaching a light, you could slightly tap down, keep the clutch in, and when you see the neutral light on. Here's a danger that you got to look out for. Let's say you put it in first, right? Let's do that. And you start to go, but you let the clutch out too fast and you stall it. Sometimes it's still in first and the bike locks and then your feet aren't ready and you fall over. I've seen this. I'm like, why would that guy crash at the light? He's just standing there. So what you want to do is this. Have your feet down till the bike is actually moving. You know, when you're new. Watch, I'm going to show you. I'm going to keep my feet down. Let's put it back in neutral. Okay. Because when you're new and you're not used to getting your feet down right away, if that bike stalls, it's going to tip over, and then you might be able to get your foot down, but if your bike's heavy, it's going to fall over. This is why you always want the bike straight when you come to a stop. You're going to stop straight. You're not going to stop like this or just stop all sloppy. You're going to stop straight, okay? Then if it stalls, at least you're straight. But if it stalls it like this, it's going to throw you into the corner. Keeping the bike straight will save you. So watch, clutch in first. My foot is still down, my right foot. It's now going, now I lift my foot up. All right, let's get on that. Excuse me. Is this where we're going? Yeah. So we should have the pole position here, like in Formula One racing. So notice, keep the bike straight when you're stopping. Don't ever use your front brake if you're going around corners. There's a little patch of tire, just a very little patch of tire. Have you ever seen what little patch is on the asphalt here? It's very little, and when you're putting that front brake on, you're going to make that little patch slip. Okay, first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear. So we're going to show you everything we learned at an advanced level now. Fourth gear, fifth gear, sixth gear. So we're going to do like counter steering here, so we're basically leaning into it. Now, see this turn here? It practically stops. Hold on, get some air here. It practically stops and then it goes left. But I want to show you something. With this bike, I'm going to keep it in 6th gear. I'm going to stay on the outside lane. No one's coming over there anyways. And then I'm going to give it some throttle. And I'm still in 6th. That's what's wonderful about these Ninja 250 or Ninja 300s. They're very forgiving. The thing you gotta look out for is the cars, they can't corner as good as you, some of them. and they'll cut corners. While you're cutting the corner, they'll be going into your lane coming head on. So just be careful of that. Not much you can do, just kind of look around the corner as you're going into it, see if anyone's there. So remember, with the counter steering, we're gonna, I'm pushing forward there on the left one, and I was pulling back. Let me kind of show you. We're gonna have a sharp corner going to the left, but that's the railroad track ones, remember? When you're going over railroad tracks, you can get your heels and dig into your pegs, and that way it doesn't, you know, rattle you. We're going to do that now. We're up on the pegs. We're actually standing, as you can see. Darn it, we got someone in front of us. Hopefully we can pass them. Sometimes people are nice, they'll let you kind of pass on the left. Like this person. Thank you. What a nice guy. Okay, so we learned counter steering, how to shift, and then how to brake properly. Also remember, when you're braking, keep the motorcycle straight. You want to make sure the way to keep it straight is have both of your hands firmly like this, right out in front of you, straight. Keep your elbows sort of locked where you know it's going to stay straight. What else we learned when you're approaching a stop sign or stoplight? You're going to downshift as you're braking. And I think we're approaching one now, so let's see if I can show you. Okay, is that it? Can't tell. It's around the corner. Alright, so I don't think that. Good, no. We're not gonna brake. We're just gonna keep cruising along here. There's a stop sign. Okay, 6th gear, right? And why rush anyways? Look at the guy's just sitting there still. So just look, put it in 5th. Start to brake now. Slight brake, squeezing it like the orange analogy, remember? Downshift again, downshift again. Watch the neutral light. Neutral, kick down again first. Don't even have to put your foot down. Here we go. Clutch in, kick up to 3rd. Clutch in, kick up to 4th. Now we got those higher speed canyons coming up here. Clutch in, kick up to 5th. We might just keep doing this till the battery dies. Clutch in, kick up to 6th. That car in front of me is doing a good job. We're in 6th with the stop sign approaching. So you'll get used to it. Like, you kind of have to time it, and every motorcycle is different. You'll know when to take your hand off the throttle. Notice I'm still even giving it throttle. A lot of it has to do with someone's in front of you. So I'm in 6th. Man, this road is horrible. I'm trying to find a smooth patch, and there is none. 5th. fourth. There's like no smooth patch right there. Third, second, neutral, first. Man, this road, once I get to this line right here, we'll be on smooth. Finally, alright, got some good speeds here, 55 miles per hour. Let's see what it says we're doing. Bike's so little, it's not even picking me up. We're in 6th. Okay, watch this corner here. We're going to pull back on this handlebar towards us and apply pressure here. Watch. Here. See that? This is slight pressure. We're going to do it again right here. Here. And then here. Okay, stop sign. What do we do? You guys know the drill by now. We're in 6th gear. There's a stop sign way up there, so I'll just do 5th. Sometimes it's slightly uphill. You don't even have to brake. 4th. And why go up to the guy so fast and jam the brakes on? Look, there's no sense doing it anyways. He's there. 3rd. 2nd. And we're going to stay in 2nd. And here we go. All right. So check out those horses right there. Let's get on it. We're going to go up to 6. Now I could pass here, but I have oncoming traffic. Sometimes they let you over like that other dude did. Oh, he's letting me. All right. Woohoo! We're first. No one in front of us, we hope. Okay, we're going to go to the right. What are we going to do? Pressure towards us on the left handlebar, pushing out on the right here, like that. You got to get that counter steering down, go practice it. Again, we're going to push forward on the right, pull back on the left. Opposite here. Pull back on the left here, push forward on the right. It's like a first-person motorcycle tutorial. And let's not go over the cliff here. Very good lesson for today, class. If I had little M&Ms to put on each of your test papers, I'm sure all of you would have gotten an A++. And so now we're going to be approaching a stop sign or traffic light. As this hill shoots us out onto the streets at a good rate of speed. All that air cooling the bike off. You know, this is liquid cooled, it's oil cooled, and it's also air cooled. It's got like a fan radiator too. Not bad for a little 250, huh? If those are the types of, okay, by the way, red light. If those are the types of streets you're going to ride, this is a great bike. Now, this is what I want to show you. 5th gear, watch. You want to downshift as you're doing it, because watch, this light's probably going to change on us. 4th gear, or no. 3rd gear, come on light, change on us. Notice 3rd gear, 2nd gear, Nah, it didn't change. I was going to show you how... Come on, it's green. Why are you waiting? This person, look. Oh, Christmas tree. I think they're looking at me in the mirror, like, is he going to hit me? And then, like... Look at this dude. It's a lady. Alright, so we got freeway coming up. We're going to give you some freeway riding. We're going to give you some advanced freeway riding. We're going to take it to a whole other level. Hey, wait a minute. Is this the freeway on-ramp? Yes. Okay, look. 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, neutral, stop. Alright. Sorry about my allergies. Battery might be dying on this phone, this camera, anytime. We're going to get on the freeway and we're going to show you more advanced riding. When you're on the freeway, don't ride next to someone. You know, don't ride alongside the cars because they forget you're there, they don't see you. There's something about the human psyche where it's not thinking motorcycle when it goes to look in the mirror. When a person goes to look in the mirror, they're thinking, is there a car there? That's what they're thinking. So their mind's not thinking motorcycle. And when they look, even though sometimes they actually look right at you, they start going into your lane. You're like, you just saw me. Their mind's not thinking to look for a motorcycle. All right, we're in 3rd gear, 4th gear, 5th gear. Now what I like to do is I kind of keep it on 5th until I actually get it up to speed. And we're at 11,000 RPM, 6th gear. Now in California you're allowed to go in this lane. I do not recommend this lane when you're new. Notice I'm driving where no one's at. I don't want to be next to someone. I don't want to ride alongside someone. Let's get over here. This is also not a good place to be on where the on-ramp comes on. I know I told you to stay in that lane when you're new, but try to stay away from that on-ramp when a lot of people are coming on. Now you can tuck down on this bike and you notice a big difference. It's like really slingshotting me forward. Alright, so what did we learn? We learned counter steering. We learned when you're shifting, you're always going up and down a ladder. 1st gear, neutral, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. We learn when you are coming to a stop. Look, billionaires can't buy Bernie. Bernie's already out of the race. That guy needs to take his bumper sticker off. I'm doing this at a time when Trump and Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton were running for president.